Hi there, I'm Dr. Hans Rawhauser and welcome to Management 497 Business Plan Creation. In this video I will be explaining a bit about the class, the vision for the class, and then I'll invite you to look at Canvas. The reason I make this video is it's kind of an awkward first date. The idea is that I'm trying to help you figure out if this is the right course for you. I might not be the right teacher, or this might not be exactly the course that you want, even though it fits in your schedule. But I'd encourage you to think about it so that it will be an enjoyable experience for you, whether you take this course or some other course. I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of entrepreneurship and then invite you to look at the rest of the stuff on the course website. The vision for this class is that I want to try to help you to effectively plan for a new business, and that can be useful in two major ways. The first is that if you are a better planner, if you can make a clear case for a business, you'll be able to convince the stakeholders that you need, particularly the people that might give you money or employees that might come on board to your company. And so you're going to get practice in that by working on a business plan in this class. The other reason is that we can go through this business planning process, putting ideas to paper, and going through that effort actually helps you to determine if maybe this idea that you thought might be good is not so good, and that can help you avoid costly failure. This is particularly important for businesses that require upfront costs, maybe your life savings. It is really painful when people go to all the effort to build a business and they do so many things right, and then they lose money on something that if they would have done some planning, they could have predicted that maybe that it wouldn't have worked and they might not have lost money. And so I'm trying to help you with that. And then there's also the benefit of just going through the process helps to clarify your thinking and make clear in your own mind why you're doing a certain business and how you're going to do it, so that you just don't waste time that you would otherwise waste. It's easier to do it on paper before you start. In this class, we're going to focus on real businesses. If you focus on a real business, whether that's something that you want to do very soon, or you have a family member or a friend that is trying to test out a business idea and wants to open a business, if you focus on real businesses, I'm not looking for something that someday someone could do. I want you to be able to focus on a business that could be real and hopefully will be real. And you will learn a lot more for that. You're going to have to get details, and you can just do so much better if it's a real business. The other thing that is important is that strategy plays a key role in writing a business plan. So I am trying to help you write a business plan that is convincing to you and to other people. And I will be skeptical, and I view that as a gift to you. I'm trying to help you learn how to really think about a real business. You can't learn as much if you are writing about a business that you don't even believe in. So we're trying to write about real businesses and make a convincing claim that this business will actually work, and just does a lot better if it's real. So if a business won't work, we want to pick something else. If we go through analysis and it seems like, oh, there's too many competitors and you don't have any advantage over the competitors, it doesn't make any sense to write a business plan about it. So we want to focus on something that's real and figure out how we can have a strategy that will make sense where you could actually succeed and win. You're going to work as a team, but I'm also going to give you some assignments that will help make sure that you can do the different parts of the business plan yourself, at least at a minimum level of proficiency. So that's the idea, that you work as a team and have that benefit, but also you know each of the parts of the business plan and how to do them. I've been teaching this class for a while now, and in recent months I've realized that I need to do a better job at the beginning to make it clear to you how beneficial it is to have entrepreneurship and how it affects your lives. And I hope that this course will help you to see huge benefits that come from entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs help to solve problems so well that we're willing to pay them money to solve those problems for us. And I'm just going to highlight a few here that have been interesting to me just in the last few months, and I've classified them as the most basic type of thing: food, shelter, and clothing. There's a business called Southwest Mushrooms, and this guy, he's a fairly young guy. Instead of going out to the forest to harvest mushrooms, he grows them in a very controlled way inside a refrigerated environment. This solves a big problem for people that want to have really good mushrooms, really high quality, at a cost that is achievable for them. Another website that I've come into contact recently with is Farmfolio. They are an investment company that allows you to invest in farms, and they mostly focus on Latin America. But it's a new way of trying to help entrepreneurs connect with investors and to scale agricultural production. And another way that helps to put food on our table. Related to shelter, there's a new company called Boxable, and they create it's basically based on a shipping container. Take the container there, the container unfolds and all of the stuff in it, and you have a house. Amazing new opportunity, particularly if you're in a place where it's really expensive or difficult to build. It's a great option. Many of the entrepreneurs that have made money based on real estate, they've helped to provide shelter for other people in a way that's efficient. And this Bigger Pockets website is all based on how do you do it more efficiently. Then you think of clothing. I'm not as into clothing, but a few things that I've been thinking about. During this COVID, all of a sudden we've needed masks, and all of these new providers of masks have popped up. We have a need, and entrepreneurs come and fill that void and provide a solution to our need. And it makes our life better, right? It helps to reduce the spread of COVID. The government doesn't have to do it. Entrepreneurs step into that void and fill it with a solution that we want. The last thing that I thought I'd share about is just these Hoka One One shoes. Maybe you've seen them before. They have really big soles. They were made by runners, but it's really amazing. I mean, this company was founded in 2009 and got acquired later, I think 2014. They create amazing running shoes specifically for trails. Again, entrepreneurs figuring out there is a need out there, and they provided a solution, and then people like the solution so much that they're willing to pay quite a bit of money for these shoes. My point is that entrepreneurs make the world a better place. We have so many more choices of food to eat and clothes to wear and all of the ways of entertaining ourselves because of entrepreneurs. And that is what makes our life better. We try to teach in this course how to do that in a more effective way. However, we also know that just being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. Maybe some of you have experienced some business failure in your own family. I know I have, and I'll talk a little bit about that later in the course. It's very painful. During this COVID time, it has been very painful for small business owners and entrepreneurs, many of whom, as I've shown here on the screen, have had to close their business. Now, no one wants to have to do that. Everyone wants to succeed, but some of these businesses, they couldn't do anything about COVID, but they've been able to use some of the same tools that I'll share in this class to determine, well, it's probably a better idea to close now than to try to continue to operate at 50% capacity for the next 6 months and then have to close, all the while losing money. So I hope that you'll be able to be inspired by the ability to do good things, but as an entrepreneur, but also the need to really have some tools so that you can avoid having failure in the future. So how will this class function? I'm trying to have you do experiential learning, meaning that you will do things, and by doing them, you will learn. You'll watch some videos and read some things as well, but the main emphasis is actually on doing. And I just want you to remember that this is not a course where it's just read a book, take quizzes or tests. You actually have to do things. You're going to have to really try, and as in everything, you really want to try your hardest to be able to get the most out of it. Just like if you go to the gym, it doesn't do very good for you to just go to the gym and do as little as possible. You want to take this course and try to really learn each of the parts by doing. I'm going to give you some basic calculations that you all need to know, but just knowing them and doing them, repeating them, will help you to be able to think through business ideas mathematically, which is useful. I'm going to ask you to go to places. Entrepreneurs need to be out and learning and meeting people and learning about new things, and so I'm encouraging you to do that. It simulates what entrepreneurs need to do. And you'll need to talk to people out of class. Now, you're going to try to do this in the safest way possible. I'm not trying to have you take risks that you shouldn't take, but that is part of what being an entrepreneur is. Whether you're talking to them directly in person or through an online chat or whatever, that's part of the skill of entrepreneurship. Please look at everything in the initial get started module so that you know how the courses is structured. This is the right one for you. You can work with the way I'm approaching it. You're going to be able to be involved in discussions through the Canvas website. That's part of your online participation grade. You'll be able to work on them as soon as you want to. You can start looking for events that would be related to entrepreneurship that you could write about. You're going to need to do a couple. And then you're going to start working on a team too. So you're going to try to, I'm giving you some assignments to try to get to know the other people in class, but you want to think about that as soon as possible. So welcome to class. I appreciate having you here. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I really do try to be flexible and professional with you. If you'll do the same with me, I think you'll really enjoy this class and you'll learn a lot. And I hope to see some of you become entrepreneurs someday. If you decide that entrepreneurship isn't the right path for you, that's a great outcome from this class. You can determine that and say, well, maybe this isn't the right thing for me, so that you can focus your efforts on something else. So thanks for watching.